Ala al-Din and the Cave of Wonders by Danielle Ackley-McPhail from Grimm Machinations. Come, best beloved, and sit you by my feet. I shall tell you a tale such as Sister Scheherazade could have scarce imagined. A tale oft told but little known. A tale of a foolish young man born seemingly of humble means, but destined for glory and betrayal. And yes, child of Adam, great love, though that is a tale for another day. The night is for the telling of tales, of which the morning may bear truth. In the oldest of days and ages and times, there was, and there was not, a great evil that reached across the desert and beyond. On this day, as with any other, Ala al-Din lounged against the low stone wall which edged Kashgar's famed bazaar, chin lifted and eyes half closed, doing his best to appear to have no care in the world. In truth, he peered beneath his lids at a group of foreigners from the west, gathered at the gate, bustling like industrious seed beetles as they set up intriguing paraphernalia to take photographs of the famed market, or so he had been told. Deep inside, a part of him yearned to move closer, even as it ached that such things were lost to him. Worth it to return home and tell his mother all he had seen. Only these were British soldiers, part of an expedition led by a man called Sir Douglas Forsyth. Such important men as they would not welcome his presence. Frowning, he scratched gently at a bit of dry skin on the stump of his right wrist, and adjusted his skullcap, turning his gaze away from temptation, as he should have done at age 11 when he tried unsuccessfully to steal extra food so his mother would eat. Ala al-Din resettled himself against the wall, angling his head away as he basked in the warm sun and the cool breeze, glad he had chosen a place upwind from those selling livestock. If only he could so easily avoid the chatter of the young boys round him. Most waited eager and hopeful to earn some coin for delivering messages or purchase goods for those desiring to shop unburdened. Ala al-Din wished only to be left in peace, or so he told himself. Let them run from one end of the oasis town to the other and back again all the hours of the day. Not he. Why, when no one would trust either messages or goods to his care? Of course, that is not to say he didn't come to his feet with all the others when opportunity neared. It would not do to be seen as idle, even if he held little hope for his effort. He straightened as purposeful footsteps approached, but did not push forward as the others did, yammering and bouncing as if to display the wealth of energy they possessed, surely making them best suited for the task on offer. Ala al-Din tensed, slouching to seem smaller and younger, just in case, as a tall man with skin like dark sandstone strode towards them. A finely knit white kufi covered his head, and a rich blue hijab flowed around his body. If Ala al-Din had to guess, he would say this man hailed from Africa, likely Maghreb, given his manner of dress. Such foreigners were no odd sight along the Silk Road, any more than the British were. Kashgar was a hub of trade, and merchants the world over journeyed there, traveling by caravan or airship, and once a most magnificent contrivance he'd learned was a Selden automobile prototype. And Ala al-Din had little to do but watch them. His attention must have lingered too intently. The Westerner locked eyes with him, or so it seemed. Ala al-Din shrank back even further, disturbed by the stranger's intent gaze. Let one of the others collect the coin they were so eager for. Ala al-Din would wait and comb the ground on his way home, for any cash dropped in the day's commerce, as was his practice, so that his mother would not question how he filled his hours. He could hardly confess to her that no one would entrust him with their goods once they had seen his stump, assuming, not incorrectly, that he had been punished for thievery. Why would that day be any different? Except the Westerner pushed past all the others, coming to stand firmly and with determination before Ala-al-Din. "You, boy, what is your name?" Warily, Ala-al-Din tucked his arm behind him, hiding the fact that one sleeve of his coarse cotton calotte had been pinned over an empty wrist. He looked up into those powerful eyes and found himself locked in the man's gaze, as if compelled. "Your name?" "Allah," he muttered. "Ala-al-Din." "And your father?" A scowl twisted Ala-al-Din's expression as he fought the impulse to answer, and lost. "Mustafa, the artificer." Satisfaction flared in the stranger's gaze. "Allah be praised!" Ala-al-Din flinched as the man threw his arms around him, lifting him up as the other runners scattered like startled swan geese, some sulking, others already looking for the next to offer coin. The stranger set Ala-al-Din down, but kept a grip on his shoulders. "My boy, I am Cador, your uncle. Your—" Ala-al-Din's words stumbled, as his thoughts swirled in confusion. His mother had told him his father had had a brother, but that he had died. "He's dead. My father." Cador frowned and peered intently into Ala-al-Din's eye, before nodding with a semblance of sorrow. "As he believed I was. But as you see, I am not. Let us go to your mother and share with her these good tidings." Ala-al-Din shrugged just enough that Cador's hands fell away. Then he nodded, though unease threaded his belly. Together they left the bazaar, and Ala-al-Din led the way to the street nearby, where craftsmen set up their workshops, his steps growing more reluctant the closer they drew. At one time his father had a shop right on the street, with a proud metalwork sign proclaiming Mustafa the Artificer hung above the door. Now, well, his mother's finances allowed her a tiny room on an alley off the street, and a cloth banner embroidered with Tahamina the Tinker tacked beside the door. Ala-al-Din and his mother slept in a tiny alcove at the back, able to afford nothing more.